Hi, welcome again to another episode on Chrys-O. If you're a visiting viewer, thank you for coming. I am Chris. I'm a graduate student at the Simon Fraser University, SFE. Yeah, and in this episode, I talk about fully funded, in this YouTube channel, I talk about fully funded scholarships in the humanities, especially, but in other fields as well. So, if you're looking for scholarship, you're obviously in the right place. And those of you who are returning viewers, thank you always for coming in and for watching my videos, for liking and for sharing. Please and please, to all of us, do share this video, do if you do like it, and then leave a thumbs up. And if you have your questions, leave them in the comment section below. Anyways, in this episode, I'll be talking about fully funded scholarships in for gender studies, for feminist studies, for sexuality studies, and what have you. So, if you are a student in the humanities and social sciences who want to branch out to study this program, then this video is for you. So in this episode, I'll be sharing with you five universities that offer fully funded scholarships to go for gender, sexuality, and feminist studies, in North America, in the US and Canada. So what are these schools that offer this funding for their, gender, sexuality, and feminist studies? First is Queen's University in Canada. Second is the Ohio State University in the US. Third is the University of California, Los Angeles. Fourth is the University of Minnesota. And then fifth is the Indiana University in Bloomington. So these five schools, as I will share with you shortly, offer fully funded scholarships. And if you're a humanities student, I know most of us did not study gender sexuality in our undergraduate studies, right? However, if you have if you have been studying issues related to gender, sexuality, and feminist studies, whether you studied philosophy, English, history, or whatever, and you have been looking at these issues in gender, feminist, and sexuality studies, and you studied either humanities or social science, then you can as well try applying for this program. Remember, you do not need to have undergraduate degree in gender and sexuality studies or feminist studies, but the fact that you have a degree in cognitive disciplines qualify you to apply to these programs. So that is that. Come on in and enjoy. So the first school on our list is the Queen's University I think in Ontario, Canada. So this school has fully funded MA and PhD in gender studies, and this is in their Department of Gender Studies, right? So they have research, they say their research areas include activism, alliance building, diaspora colonialism, critical history, ethnography, gender and poverty, trans studies, health studies, etc. So um, their funding and awards is, they said, full-time master's students are guaranteed funding of 16,000 and full-time PhD students are guaranteed funding of 20,000. So these amounts are often exceeded. Funding typically goes to students as a combination of awards, teaching assistantships, teaching fellowships, and research assistantships. So that is that for their funding. And how do you apply to this program? Well, to apply for this program, you need, of course, an undergraduate degree in cognate fields or gender studies, and you must have a B plus, or which is like 2:1, right? And then for the same thing for the MA, for the PhD, you must have an MA from a recognized university, a minimum of B plus, which is a 2:1, and then consideration will be given to practitioners of gender studies. If you are working in gender related public or private sectors who hold a bachelor's with honors and who demonstrate exceptional and relevant professional experience and achievement in an appropriate field. So if you are working in something related to gender advocacy or stuff, they will give you priority of place. Then other things you need to know about this program is the deadline for, you know, early consideration deadline is December 1, and then late consideration is February 1. And to apply for this program, you need your letters of recommendation, transcript, potential faculty supervisor, and statement of research interest, curriculum vitae, writing sample, and then application fee of $110. So don't forget, you need to secure a supervisor to apply for this program. And I've discussed extensively on a separate video on how to do that. So check my video on how to write cold emails. You will see how to secure a supervisor. Yeah. So the second school on our list is the Ohio State University, and in their Department of Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies, they have full funding and for their MA and for their PhD, right? So this is what they have to say. They say, with rare exceptions, it doesn't often happen. The Department of Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies offer full funding during autumn and spring semesters for all admitted students, including international students. And they do this through offering fellowships, graduate fellowship, graduate research fellowship, graduate teaching assistantships. And what does their graduate teaching assistantship or teaching associate receive? It says teaching assignments are performed in exchange for tuition and fee waivers, which is 12,000 per year for residents of Ohio, and 32,000 US dollars per year for non-residents. A health insurance subsidy of 2,300 per year, and a 9-month stipend, currently at 2,364 US dollars per month, equaling 21,280,000 US dollars per year. So that is huge and that is great. And so they have other kinds of funding, fellowship funding, and external funding that you can offer. And then during summer, they also have summer funding that you qualify to apply for. But this one, you apply for it you have once you have been admitted into the program. So that is that, and this program seems to have only both their masters and their PhDs are fully funded. Their MA and their PhDs are fully funded. So what do you need to get into this program? To get into this program, you need the basics, as in the first school we discussed: writing sample, statement of purpose, transcript, resume, and online application form, and what else? Yeah, that is that. So the second school on our list is the University of California, Los Angeles Gender Studies, which is housed in the College of Social Sciences. So this program offers annually between 18,000 to 21,000 US dollars in fellowship, which is either in support and in most cases fee remission. So this is accompanied with either graduate assistantships or teaching assistantships are also available. So they have other kinds of funding that they give to you, and yeah, which you can apply for. But fellowship, they can give fellowship to you, and you are being considered for fellowship as soon as you apply for the program, right? As soon as you apply for the program, you're automatically considered. So what do you need to apply for this program? First, the deadline is December 12th. The online application form, and then application fee of $140 for international students and $120 for domestic students. Then the fellowship and diversity application, now called personal history statement. Please, this is a personal history statement, and if you're eligible for graduate division fellowship, this would help you to get additional fellowship, you know. So those of you who are international students from minority groups like blacks, black African groups, Asians, and what have you not, please do consider writing this fellowship and diversity application. Then third is your transcript, 3 letters of academic reference, statement of purpose, gender studies supplemental essay. They will ask you, you have to write an essay where they will ask you why gender studies. Then your CV, and then for international students who do not study with English language, they would have to submit either TOEFL or IELTS. So that is that for University of California, Los Angeles. And let's move to the third school on our list. So the fourth school on our list is the University of Minnesota in the US, and their gender program is housed in the College of Liberal Studies, Gender, Women, and Sexuality Studies. So this program only offers a PhD, and the good thing is that you do not need to have a master's degree before applying to this program. So you can apply to this program with your undergraduate, with your bachelor's degree, so long as you know the areas of research interest, you have your areas of research interest, and you are well informed of what is going on in the field. So this is what they have to say about funding to their program. They said all students admitted to the PhD program are promised 5 years of full funding through a combination of competitive fellowships, teaching assistantships, and or research assistantships. This combination of funding includes full tuition, 9 months of stipend, and health insurance. So in addition to this, they offer 10,500 US dollars for research and travel, plus payment of their first year of student fees. So if you go through their funding webpage, they have other kinds of fellowships and scholarships that you can apply for, one of which is a graduate fellowship, diversity of views and experiences fellowship, interdisciplinary center for study of global change fellowship, etc. So that is that about funding for this school. So what do they need to apply for this program? Well, to apply to this program, you have to know that they do not require your GRE. If you do have GRE, you can also submit, so long as you have good grades, right? So if you don't have good grades, please don't submit your GRE. So they do not need your GRE. They need unofficial transcript for each institution attended, personal statement or research statement, diversity statement. I don't know why US schools are asking for this diversity statement. Wow, that's cool. Enrolling and graduating a diverse student body is central to the University of Minnesota's mission. Please write a statement that identifies the distinctive qualities, characteristics, and life experiences you would contribute to your graduate program and to the education fellow students at the University of Minnesota. Just tell us how different you are, right? And especially those of us who are international students, how different we are from the rest of the campus, and what we are bringing from our own experiences and personal world views, and from where we are coming from. So then the fifth, they also ask for extenuating circumstances statement. So if this is optional. So if there's anything that might have contributed that made your education difficult, maybe your sexual orientation, your poverty, or things like that, this is time to say it. And also have your resume, your writing sample, graduate program additional material, statement focused on examples from your life history that demonstrates your motivation or drive to succeed at past goals you have set, 3 letters of academic recommendation, and then application fee. So if you are applying, so there's something about this school that they said. So if you are a Nigerian, if you are from Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Haiti, Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Myanmar, Pakistan, Palestine, South Sudan, Somalia, and Ukraine, they can offer you application fee waiver. So that is a plus. So please do consider this school when you're applying. So that is that for the University of Minnesota, and let us move to the last school on our list. So the last school on our list is the Indiana University Bloomington, the Department of Gender Studies. So I did not see much of the particular information about how much this program is offering, the specific amount. However, they guaranteed us that every accepted student receive packages consisting of 5 years of funding through assistantships and or fellowship stipends, along with fee remission and health insurance. So this program offers full funding, which would offer tuition remission. You will not pay school fees, which would give you monthly stipend for 9 months and then cover your health insurance. So school can also nominate, the department would also nominate you for university-wide fellowship competitions, identifying who will be eligible. So there is a possibility that school would also nominate you for other kinds of funding. So there's another fellowship in the department, McNair Fellowship, but you'd have to apply for this fellowship differently. You have to make a separate application um, for this fellowship alongside equal opportunity fellowship. Anyways, these are some of the things that some of the fellowships and funding they have for this program. This program does not have a master's program. It only has a PhD program, and you do not need to secure a supervisor. You do not need to have a master's to apply for this program, so long as you know what you are doing in the field or you are well aware of what is going on in the field. So what do you need to apply to this program? Well, to apply to this program, you need you need your line application form, of course, 3 letters of academic recommendation, one 10 to 15 page writing sample, and then your CV or resume. So that is that for the Department of Gender Studies at the University of Indiana, in the Indiana University Bloomington. So that is that for our list today. So before we call it a day, I would like to drop some further tips. First, if you are not sure of this field, if you are not sure of what you want to do in this field, apply for the MSc. Apply for the MA. The Queen's University offer an MA in this program, and the Ohio State University also has an MA, fully funded MA. So apply to them if you are not sure, and if you did not have good grades, maybe you graduated with a 2-2. So target the MA, Masters of Art in Gender and Sexuality Studies. Then, secondly, know the difference between personal statement, statement of purpose, diversity statement, and the rest. Statement of purpose is the one that categorizes and identifies your areas of academic research interest. Personal statement is a statement that tells your life history, things that have led up to your to embarking on this academic journey. Then your motivation statement is maybe your experiences that have informed your choice of study of this particular program, gender and sexuality studies. Then some of the schools require you, like the Queen's University, require you to secure a supervisor before you apply to the program. Please do check my other video on how to write and send cold emails to professors, because it is through writing and sending cold emails that you can secure a supervisor. So check that video. Then please find other programs, right? Find other programs that offer fully funded gender and sexuality studies. Please find other programs. I've made a video on how to find hidden scholarships. So please check that video and make reference of that video. And then apply to both. If you know what you are doing, of course, if you have good grades, masters, if you have good grades and you are prepared, apply for the PhD. There's no need to waste time applying for masters, right? To be safer, apply to both. Yeah, apply to the PhDs as your primary interest, and then apply to the masters as safety net. Yeah. Anyways, that is that for this episode. I do hope you enjoy it, and this is scholarship application period. How is your application coming up? I do hope that you are making serious plans. Anyways, please don't forget to like, share, and leave your comments for this episode. I would appreciate it if you subscribe as well. You always keep watching and watching and no subscription. Please, if you did watch this video, please make sure you watch and then share with your friends as well. You never know who this video can help. So thank you for tuning in and see you next week. Bye bye.